All right, I had to end the live and come back, but we're back, and I'm about to do another reaction. We're gonna go ahead and see. I'm not gonna lie, it seems cool. It seems cool. Thragg versus Krillin isn't close, and we all know who that's going to. It's going to Krillin, because why would it go to Thragg? Thragg is not up there. Thragg is not up there.
Thragg versus.
Even though Krillin is a human, don't forget the dude a tough motherfucker. He tough as hell. He tough.
Krillin. One of the most heavily debated topics right now is if invincible characters actually stand a chance against the Saiyans in Dragon Ball. But today I'm posing a question that's a little bit different. Can the strongest Viltrumite ever defeat just an Earthling in the world of Dragon Ball? And today you're going to find out. So who wins? Alien versus human. Grand Regent Thragg versus Krillin. Grand Regent Thragg. In a world where aliens...
One sec, I kind of messed up something real quick, I think. No, I did not. Okay, we all good. We all good. But I think we got a capping Hall of Fame when it comes to Invincible fans. I'm really at that point where it's like, see, I would have already said it's no point in talking to these niggas, bro. They don't listen. They're hard-headed. They don't know when to stop. They're like a badass little kid. They don't know when to quit.
Aliens fall from the sky, only the strongest can survive. And in a universe where Viltrumites carved their empire across stars with blood and fire, there was only one who stood above them all, with the goal to bring back his species from...
And let's not forget, when Saiyans were enslaved, when Saiyans were enslaved to sit up there and do Frieza's bidding, they were still out fucking up everything. Correct? Thragg, on the other hand, you sat up there and for no reason, y'all just psychotic. That's the only feat that y'all got. Even Saiyans weren't even that psychotic. Y'all sat up there and y'all offed everybody. Y'all only had a handful, and then the Scourge virus came. Y'all didn't think for some reason a whole genocidal method was like gonna be brought upon y'all. Y'all thought y'all was too tough for a disease or some bacteria. You're goofy.
Near extinction, ruling over billions upon billions of Viltrumites.
See?
So the question is, how strong is the Grand Regent? Thragg. Viltrumites are already monsters, a war-torn race wielding godlike strength and near invulnerability, purging their own kind in a brutal genocide to eliminate the weak. What remained was a species of conquerors, beings who could dominate planets, destroy civilizations.
Hey, hold up, my bad. It got hard. It got hard to sit there and just like listen to what he is saying, because the beat just so tough. Am I wrong? The beat just tough as hell.
And battle threats that operate on cosmic scales. Being raised as the strongest Viltrumite in history, Thragg makes all others before him look like nothing. With Invincible himself at this point already being ridiculous, this is a character who can wipe out meteors with a single punch and obliterate entire civilizations through raw strength alone. He tanked energy stated to rival the largest solar flare in history, energy so massive that even launching every nuclear weapon ever created at the sun wouldn't even come close. That means Marcus' surviving power millions to billions of times greater than humanity's entire nuclear arsenal combined, and Thragg scales far above this. Taking this even further, a fatigued Invincible alongside Omni-Man and Thetis were able to fly through a massive planet and completely obliterate it. Granted that Space Racer's gun did most of the damage. However, considering the size of the planet, this feat might be a little bit better than you thought.
No, it's still not. It's still not. Because no, so look, I'm not over here trying to sit up there and say he picking no sides or nothing too early. You know what I'm saying? But we already went through a whole breakdown. We already went through a whole breakdown of the fact of you needed 3 Viltrumites in Space Racer's gun. It's not working, bro. It's not working. Like, bro. A color unavailable. Thank you for the 2 roses. Like, but look, I'm not a biased person. Dragon Ball is already like clearly so crazy and scaling and this, that, and the other, and their feats. But you got to remember, Goku still had to sit up there and watch out for the planet when he was fighting Cell. He got so pissed off. He was gonna do a whole Kamehameha wave to Cell to the floor, but did instant transmission, got him up out of there because it would have destroyed the planet. But hey, if I'm tripping, that's a way better feat than that. One blast by one person destroying a planet versus a space racer's gun and 3 Viltrumites. Doesn't matter.
Viltrum is a planet that is able to have a ring, granted that this ring is literally...
And I'm not slandering Invincible. I love the show still, this, that, and the other. This is merely just for entertainment purposes. And just some fun friendly debates.
Made of dead
things I don't like.
Even granting this, a planet would have to exceed a certain Roche limit in order to even have a ring. With Viltrum having a ring and 5 moons means at bare minimum, it's over 14 times larger than Earth, and Mark was contributing at least a fraction of that power. Thragg scales above Omni-Man, who was able to lift a meteor the size of Texas and completely obliterate an entire civilization in an instant. Even lower tiers in the verse are completely insane. Some are stated to destroy worlds entirely.
But he didn't destroy the planet, though. And that's where I'm coming from. He didn't destroy a planet. He didn't destroy a planet, though, and that's the part where I'm kind of like, okay. And Bun, thanks for liking the live, following. Caller unavailable, thank you for those 2 roses. Okay, where was we at?
Others can turn planets into dust. Characters like Omnipotus are described.
Okay, I'm not that deep into Invincible. So anything that he says past the Viltrumite War, I don't have anything to say. Thanks for a 3rd rose. Caller unavailable. It goes a long way. I appreciate it, and I appreciate the support. And everything that I post goes every stream that I do goes straightly on YouTube and everything like that. Minor edits and cuts and this, that, and the other. Minor as hell. I'm on Twitch and everything like that. If anybody wants to come and join the community, I even have a Discord. That's all I'm gonna say. I ain't finna keep on bombarding y'all with that. But
as shaper of worlds, capable of wiping out entire star systems with a single attack, and Mark can take hits from all of them, and yet still gets his punches completely eaten by Thragg. Then you have Conquest, the oldest and most feared Viltrumite, thousands of years of experience, stronger than Omni-Man, a warrior so dangerous that it takes multiple Viltrumites to bring him down. Mark is able to defeat him even if it's just barely, and Conquest still does not want the hands with Thragg. This is the same Thragg who uses Viltrumites themselves as weapons, showing a level of supremacy so overwhelming that his own species becomes tools in his hands, and his durability is on another level entirely. Viltrumites can withstand some of the craziest conditions. Omni-Man was able to withstand the...
Why do I feel like he just non-stop glazing these niggas, man? Why do I feel like he's non-stop glazing Invincible? That's how I feel. That's how I feel what he's doing, because okay, you saying all of these feats. You saying all of these feats, which I don't mind you saying them, because at the end of the day, they're your, like, these aren't really opinions, but they are like, come on now, it's not. I feel like when you put these against the Dragon Ball universe that you just said, especially the part with the planet, you're not bringing anything really valid to the table against a Z Fighter or a Frieza, a Gas, or a Moro. You're not really doing anything. You're not moving me, my nigga. I'm not gonna lie.
Gravitational pull of a black hole, and weapons capable of destroying half a star can't even damage an average member of their race. Their bodies are made of smart atoms made to adapt, regenerate, and react at an atomic level to survive.
What am I debating? This is a video that I'm reacting to because I ended up seeing it. It was a Thragg versus Krillin. Isn't close, but hey, thank you for the 10 TikTok symbols. I think it is. I appreciate you. And Toji Zenin, thank you for following. And also that PFP look crazy. I can't really see caller unavailables. I might have to look at that afterwards. I'm about to be stealing some profile pictures soon. But it's like all this debate that be going on, with Invincible and Dragon Ball by Official Divine. Hold up, let me take this off because I hate when Twitch does that, and I don't know why it does that. I genuinely hate it. Cause like I don't want no AI viewers, my nigga. Like I don't want that. I need to figure out how to ban just that period. But I don't know how to yet, so I guess it's gonna come at some point. But yeah, like but by Official Divine, what do you mean by that? I'm sorry if I'm acting slow. But then now while I wait for his answer, it's like when you go into the Dragon Ball world, the YouTuber by Official Divine, the YouTuber. Are you talking about your profile picture? I wish I could keep this thing ahead because every time I post my my videos on YouTube, bro. Oh no, the channel. Hold up. Oh, that's what you're saying. Okay. I'm sorry. That's on me. That's on me. Man, this thing kind of got me like this. Like these things got me messed up. Like it's like, bro, they have like Invincible Universe has some good feats. It genuinely does have good feats, but I don't think those feats are good unless they have to jump somebody. I really don't feel like they're that good. Even Thragg, unless it's like even a low tier character. Color unavailable, send a heart. It's all love to you too. It's all love to you too. I sound stupid as hell. Oh my god. Can you do some Wukong versus Goku next? Oh yeah, definitely. I will do that next. Lumi, welcome. DJ the Creator, welcome. Toji and Caller unavailable. I appreciate everybody for sitting up here watching this live. All right, I'm going to see you tomorrow morning. Bet. You stay cool and everything like that. Stay safe above all. And I will be seeing you, man.
Survive the impossible. This is shown multiple times that Viltrumites are able to get absolutely brutalized, yet still come back seemingly from the dead. And of course, spoiler warning, surviving fights in the sun. Omni-Man, one of the strongest Viltrumites ever, literally breaks his hand trying to punch Thragg.
You so lost on who this is? I am. I'm very lost. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm very lost. I'm super lost.
That means Thragg's body is on a level of force that scales to planetary or potentially higher. And of course, there's his speed. Omni-Man cross.
I was just about to say that name. It's definitely Marsh. Oh, dang. The fact that you know I'm about to be there in the morning is crazy. I don't want to go.
This galaxies in a single week, traveling millions of light years, reaching speeds around 142 million times faster than light. And Thragg completely bodies Omni.
Why do I feel like most of that math shit they be talking about is cap as hell? They be saying all this math shit. I feel like they just like hearing themselves talk sometimes. Most of the time, I feel like these motherfuckers don't even know what the math they spewing out is. I definitely don't. You better have your ass there. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there. I can't not be there. Probably.
Man speed. But going back to Nolan being able to withstand the gravitational pull of a black hole, he's not able to do this for Thragg's airbending, which potentially means that Thragg literally just closing his fist is stronger than a black hole. And big spoiler warnings once again. In the
No, I can't agree with that. You wanna know why I can't agree with that? As you can see, he was going into it. He was going into that black hole. But there's a difference though. He wasn't all the way in there. So I feel like the pull was not pulling him as hard Shit, if it was a regular ass person, okay, it'll be different. You're not getting out. But that's a Viltrumite. He went inside a little bit, came out. He has the power to do that. It's not that heavy to him. And then if we're gonna use that feat against Dragon Ball, if we're gonna do that, then the gravity chamber going all the way up. I forgot how much it was, but it's obviously not. It obviously was not like. It probably wasn't as heavy as that, but it could have been, and I feel like Goku would have been cool.
Final fight, it's Mark versus Thragg, not on a planet, not in space, but inside the literal sun. Thragg fights at full power while being exposed to extreme heat radiation.
I'm not gonna lie. I have not read the rest of it, and this is the last feat. So I want to watch or read the rest of Invincible. I'm actually trying to get to a point where I can start collecting those comics myself, so I could just start reading it. It probably will not be as soon as possible, but I'm gonna still try that. So I'm about to skip. That was the last feat, so we good.
Krillin, Son Goku's best friend, his first rival, and the strongest.
Why does this nigga voice sound so smug? This nigga voice irritate me. It's not really like, in a way it's soothing, but in a way it's like serial killer soothing. I don't know. Not that it's, oh my god, I just put myself into some shit. Never mind.
Human on Earth, with the strength of humans in the Dragon Ball world being.
Okay, I know how to explain it better. It's like how they try to reassure you, and this, that, and the other, knowing they about to just do your ass in a minute. That's what I mean.
Underrated. However, this human is like no other, with Krillin in Dragon Ball Z scaling above Master Roshi, who can obliterate the entire moon in one shot. This goes even further, as Krillin in the Saiyan Saga was able to defeat 5 Cybermen all at once, with each of these Cybermen being stated to be just as strong as Goku's brother Raditz, with Raditz being able to completely dismantle Goku and Piccolo at the exact same time, with Piccolo being able to obliterate the moon casually. However, this feat is a lot more impressive than we might think, as the shockwaves from Piccolo's blast that destroyed the moon was able to be felt from Earth, meaning potentially this blast generated small planetary levels of power, with Piccolo being able to perform this feat at a power level of 322, and Krillin at the time of the Saiyan's arrival had a power level of 1700, meaning Krillin in just the Saiyan Saga can vaporize moons that can be felt from Earth over 3 times over. But we're just getting started, with Krillin's Destructo Disc being capable of defeating Nappa in one shot, with Nappa when he's suppressed having a power level of 4000, meaning Krillin's Destructo Disc can.
That Destructo Disc can slice through damn near anything you can think of. Even the highest power level, except for like, with Cell, it was a whole different story. Unless something happened to where it wasn't strong enough to even do that, but I don't know.
One-shot characters over 2 times stronger than he is. However, this is just all we know, because when Krillin arrives on Namek, this is when it gets crazy. Krillin, in order to resurrect his friends from the dead, arrives on the home planet of God himself. However, Krillin isn't the only one looking to make a wish on the Eternal Dragon, as the literal strongest in the universe have their own wishes to make. After seeing evil face to face that even Vegeta is afraid of, he goes to planet Namek's guru and gets his potential unleashed. And once it does, Krillin goes from a power level of 1700 all the way to 13,000, with Krillin's power level at this point being even stronger than the King of the Saiyans, with King Vegeta while suppressed having a power level of 10,000, and King Vegeta was able to vaporize 3 planets just by lifting his hand. And Krillin's strength continued to grow as Krillin's potential was progressive, as he's able to take on the Ginyu Force, which is Frieza's elite members, and even fights against Captain Ginyu in Goku's body, with Captain Ginyu in Goku's body having a power level of 23,000. And now Krillin is face to face with the worst possible outcome, as the Emperor of the Universe confronts all of them with a battle power of 530,000, with Frieza undergoing a transformation into his.
But tell me why I just got a restricted just now. Like, why did I get restricted? and I keep having to restart my lives. Like nothing is going on, bro. Like y'all are tripping.
Second form with a battle power of 1 million, but even so, Krillin isn't out of the running yet. Krillin uses his Destructo Disc against second form Frieza, and if he didn't dodge, we would have got this moment a lot sooner. With Krillin in the V-Jump being stated to have a battle power of 75,000, meaning Krillin can one-shot any opponent over 13 times stronger than him. And this isn't even a one-time thing, as he's able to actually run away from Frieza and even blind him with the solar flare. You know, it's almost crazy to think about. If Krillin wasn't scared, he probably could have ended the Frieza saga right then and there. After being eclipsed by Super Namekians and Super Saiyans, the gap in strength is too far to overcome. But of course, it's not.
I feel like when that happened, it was just bad writing. In all reality, it was just bad writing.
Not over yet, with Krillin growing exponentially more powerful entering into the events of the Buu Saga, with Krillin being stronger than Yamcha, who can take on fighters from the other world, with Yamcha being able to take on fighters like Olibu in a 2v1, with Olibu being so strong that he can actually give Pikkon a good fight, with Pikkon being an otherworld fighter who made it to the finals and fights against Son Goku, with Pikkon being so strong that once he goes down to hell, he one-shots King Cold Frieza and even Super Perfect Cell, with Cell while he was alive being stated to have infinite and bottomless strength, with him even threatening the destruction of the solar system with a unidirectional blast, with this feat being much more impressive than we thought, as it's actually stated in the Daizenshuu that solar systems in Dragon Ball house innumerable stars. You can even argue
I need to get my hands on this goddamn Daizenshuu. I really need to.
That Cell is even more powerful, as he's confident he could defeat Buu Saga Goku. And even after all of this, Krillin is still stronger. Fast forward to the events of Dragon Ball Super, the Saiyans have gotten even more powerful as they dive into a pool of power that is seeped in divine energy. When 5 Saiyans gather together and put their light into another, that Saiyan will become a Super Saiyan God.
After that movie, Super Saiyan gods don't mean shit no more. Super Saiyan God is just performative. Because why is somebody like Kale and Caulifla matching up against you? All because of a fucking... I tried to defend the tingle in the back. But no. No.
With Goku and the other Saiyan strength going beyond human comprehension, the strongest human needs to find a way to close the gap. The Omni Kings of the entire Dragon Ball multiverse want to hold a fighting tournament where 10 of the strongest fighters from 8 universes battle to defend their world from being erased. Universe 7, in order to win, needs the strongest Saiyans, and the strongest humans. Krillin trains in preparation for the tournament and takes on Universe 7's strongest fighter, the new god, his old rival, Son Goku. Krillin fights against Goku and doesn't do half bad. Even though Goku is most likely suppressed, Krillin is actually able to catch Goku off guard, which is ridiculous because Goku is a warrior with one of the highest battle IQs in history. As Goku, when he fights against the Universe 6 assassin Hit, who has the ability to literally jump 0.2 of a second into the future, is still read like a book by Goku.
See, look. And that fight being said, because I believe that fight is like extremely cap. The most extreme cap that you could ever think of, right? Forte, I'm gooning to this. You know what the fuck? But look, it's straight cap because like he said, the fights would hit. All of that. You're not fast enough for some reason at that point. After fighting hit. After all the IQ you did leading up to that work. From Z to Dragon Ball. Told you in like an alive, appreciate you. But you did all of that to get fooled by this nigga. This bald-headed nigga. Like, bro. They shouldn't have continued Dragon Ball Super. If they was going to do that, like, mind you, I still enjoy Dragon Ball Super, But it's like you gotta acknowledge the fact, like, it's crazy. There's so many inconsistencies in Dragon Ball. Bro, I ain't gonna lie, I munched on my last Snicker. But no, it's just crazy. Cause that's like saying that all because Kratos got older, a regular human can go ahead and just off him. That ain't right. But Krillin did have some good feats by fooling Goku, but I still feel like he wouldn't have been able to fool at least Goku. It would have had to been somebody else.
Same Goku that within a battle can get years worth of experience in only a couple of minutes. And once you use a technique on him once, you better not try it again. With Krillin in his battle with Goku even managing to cut him and forcing him to use Super Saiyan to save himself from being knocked out of bounds. The same Goku who many arcs prior was threatening to destroy the entirety of Universe 7 with his fists. With the Universe 7 macrocosm being stated to house infinite-sized realms and the afterlife that is stated to be a transcendental realm beyond the dimensionality of the living world, where the concept of space and time doesn't even exist. Krillin even somewhat pushing back Goku even while suppressed is absolutely ridiculous. And even though Goku is holding back,
but you gotta use the feat though. You got to use that feat. You have to. Because at the end of the day it happened. And that's the craziest part, gang. You may not like it, but you gotta use it.
He knew Krillin was ready to defend their universe from the literal strongest in the multiverse, with this actually not being a fluke as many people think, as Krillin even takes on base Gohan and is able to defeat him with a new technique, the Solar Flare times 100. With his new technique,
no, that's still a fluke. It's still a fluke.
He's able to blind Gohan and defeat him before he even knew what happened. With this actually being super impressive as Gohan has honed his senses to be able to fight while blind, as in the Zeno exhibition match he fights against Lavender while blinded and is perfectly able to counter his attacks the moment he feels contact, yet is still ultimately defeated by Krillin, with of course Gohan holding back as well, but not as much power as people think. Entering into the Tournament of Power, Krillin and 18 tag team together to fight against Universe 4's Shoza, with Shoza actually being able to defeat 18, forcing Krillin to handle this himself, with Krillin actually doing better than 18 as he uses his martial arts experience to get the best of him, with Krillin teaming up with Android 18 again to power up an energy ball that sends Shoza to the stands. Taking a step back and actually looking at this is actually super impressive, with Krillin being relative enough to 18 to actually benefit her in battles and even taking on opponents that can knock her out, with 18 later on in the tournament going on to defeat Rubrian, with Rubrian being able to fight against Super Saiyan Vegeta, and this same Vegeta would one-shot Gon Goku from the Battle of Gods arc, and logically 18 wouldn't have gotten any stronger if she didn't have any limit-breaking battles. Fast forward to the events of the Dragon Ball Super superhero movie, Cell Max has been let loose and is
See, even just hearing it from somebody else's mouth, it really seems like it really just feels like everything that has been happening in Dragon Ball Super has been really just cap. That's what it seems like. And I don't like it. I don't love it.
Destroying all of the Z fighters, with the Gammas actually being stated multiple times to be as strong as Goku and Vegeta post-Granola arc, with this actually being less of a stretch than people might think, as the androids in the past, specifically androids 17 and 18, were ridiculously strong even with outdated data, as Dr. Gero only had data from the events of the Saiyan saga, yet was able to produce androids that can one-shot Super Saiyans with 3 years of hard dedicated training to defeat them. So it's not a far stretch at all to say that the Gammas with data from the Moro arc alone is able to match Goku and Vegeta post-Granola arc.
Bro, I'm trying to see, my bad for stopping it, but I'm trying to see if my appeal went through, because I didn't do anything unoriginal. I didn't do anything unoriginal on here, and that's crazy. I don't know what's going on. I might have to restart the live after this. So whoever watching, just come back. I'm about to like literally reboot it because I still wanted to play Tekken. I still wanted to play Tekken 8 for a little bit, and I'm also going to do what Toji Zenin in the live actually asked me to do. I'm about to do the Wukong and Goku debate.
Even with the help of the Gammas and Orange Piccolo that is able to one-shot them, and even has statements from the author himself that he's as strong as Goku and Vegeta, still get absolutely bullied by Cell Max. With the strongest human joining the fight, he's actually able to help out by using his solar flare, and even helps Orange Piccolo catch Cell Max's foot. So if you weren't convinced that Krillin is broken before, you should be now. Because without a doubt, God Goku from the Battle of Gods is being looked down upon by a human. Overall, the strongest human would scale from complex multi to outer versal depending on the argument you want to take, with infinite to irrelevant speed. In the end, Krillin has come a long way since his old rivalry with Earth's Angel, and now has the strength to keep up with gods. But what do you expect? When you train with Saiyans all day, it can get hard to tell the difference between a human and a god. What's up, guys? It's Divine. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys like and subscribe.
I ain't gonna lie, that was a cold little outro, and they declined my appeal. They declined.
That's true. She ever